There's a scene I keep coming back to. Lena, still in a robe, coffee gone cold, Mateo circling the crib with a pacifier they can't find. The baby fusses. The clock blinks too fast. Lena's voice goes sharp. Mateo folds his arms and retreats into his phone like it's a little fortress. That's the moment someone says something they can't take back. I've seen it a dozen times. You know what happened next? An awkward silence, a quick apology, a promise that sounds bigger than it is. But later they sit down with a pad of paper and actually name the things that set each of them off. That's where repair really starts. Start by admitting stress sneaks in through the mundane stuff. Sleep loss, money worries, a piled up to-do list, the tiny humiliations of new roles. Don't romanticize it, just name it. Put it into words so it stops running wild under the carpet. Do it out loud or on paper. 15 minutes each, quiet room, no interruptions. If one of you needs to write alone first, fine. Don't judge the list. Write the trigger, then the first thing you notice in your body or thoughts. Heart rate spikes, an urge to withdraw, sarcasm that feels meaner than usual. Then add a column that says what this does to us. That last part matters. You're not cataloging flaws. You're building a map. Here's how this maps into life. Lena writes down chaotic mornings and notes she snaps and skips breakfast. Mateo writes unclear plans and admits he feels anxious and blames himself later. When they compare notes, they realize their triggers meet each other head on. That's where a plan begins. Keep a shared log, somewhere easy, a tiny notebook by the bed, a note on your phone, whatever you'll actually use. Check it once a week. Don't make it a sermon. Make it practical. What happened, how you reacted, what you'd like to try next time. You'll forget sometimes, and that's okay. If you're thinking, this sounds like work, good, it is. But it's less work than a repeating fight that keeps showing up like a bad song on repeat. When you can see the triggers, you can pick tools to meet them rather than getting pulled under. Knowing your triggers gives you a heads up. Coping strategies are the small, immediate things you do when the warning light goes on. Think of them like emergency tools that fit in your pocket, quick, repeatable, and not dependent on perfect timing. Breathing works because it's free and you can do it while the baby's crying or while your in-laws are in the kitchen. Try a slow, steady rhythm when you feel the heat. Breathe in for 4, hold 4, out for 4, hold 4. Or the 4-7-8 pattern. Inhale for 4, hold 7, exhale 8. No fancy app required. Try it together once so you don't feel foolish doing it in the middle of a morning meltdown. Movement helps too. Walk for 60 seconds in the backyard, not like an escape, but as a reset. Feel your feet, notice the air, touch your partner's shoulder, stretch for 90 seconds, roll your shoulders, reach up, let your ribs expand. You'll be surprised how small movement loosens big tension. Talk differently. Use I statements because they actually change the tone. I feel overwhelmed when the plan isn't clear. Is a lot easier to hear than you're always leaving things to me. Agree on a pause phrase, something with no blame, like let's breathe. Say it. Breathe together for a minute. Then choose whether to keep going or table the conversation for later. Here's a quick scene. Mateo starts to feel panicked because they're already late and the baby needs a bottle. He says, "Can we pause for a second?" Lena, still frazzled, hears that as a criticism, but they'd practiced a 1-minute reset earlier in the week, so now they both inhale together, laugh at how ridiculous they look, and decide to alternate who dresses the baby. Small thing, big difference. Practice matters. Pick one technique and use it every day for 2 weeks, then add another. Try the breathing in a tense moment. Do the short walk after a hard conversation. Use the 5 senses grounding when the panic spikes. After each try, jot a 1-line note in your trigger log. What helped, what didn't. Keep refining. And remember, sometimes the tools fail. You'll try to breathe and still snap. That happens. It's not proof you're failing. It's proof you're human. Once you've got a few go-to tools, the next step is to stop letting your life be a series of surprises. If this message encouraged you, you'll find many more practical insights in my bestseller family series, Book 1, Baby on Board. Just search Ollaliza Kaye on Amazon or use the link in the description.